Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting. This is my very first video and I'm very excited to share it with you. This topic is going to be about cancer. I chose this topic because cancer has become such an epidemic and I think it's really important to get information out on what's happening to the cells and what we can do to prevent it. Now, this is going to be mainly talking about adulthood and not childhood because childhood has a totally different process and they're expressing different genes, so that deserves its own video. So let's get started talking about adulthood cancer. One thing I would like to say is it takes 10 to 20 years for cancer to form. And that's because our body has to go through different ailments and has to have a weaker immune system. There's a lot of things at play for cancer to survive. So let's talk about it. So our natural cells. If they're functioning correctly, they're doing their job, right? But if they start to become abnormal because maybe it's environmental, maybe it's something that we're eating that allows our cells to not function properly and they become abnormal or weird. So usually once that happens, the cells will go through apoptosis, which is cell suicide. And if they decide not to go through cell suicide, then the cells are like, heck no, I'm not gonna die. I'd rather go habitat somewhere else, create my own community, form a tribe, and survive. And so when that happens, they overpopulate and become cancer. But for that to happen, they have to get through not only the apoptosis stage, but they also have to defeat the cleaner cells. The cleaner cells will go in and clean away all the debris or abnormal cells. And if those aren't functioning correctly, then the immune system comes in and those killer T cells come in and they wipe out all the abnormal cells. Now, if your immune system is weak, then those cells will survive and overpopulate. And then what does cancer like to do? It likes to metastasize. So it tries to get in the lymph system, leave the cell membrane, and find a new home. Now, to prevent that, those cell membrane junctions need to remain tight. If they are leaky, then cancer can go through. And so a good clinical pearl here is that vitamin D helps keep those cell membrane junctions tight so that cancer, the likelihood of cancer to metastasize is a lot lower. And so that's one really good pearl. Since I'm talking about vitamin D, I really want to talk about immune boosting vitamins. Or nutrients, I should say. There's three big ones, and that is vitamin D, which we just talked about with the tight junctions, vitamin C, and vitamin A. If you have those three that are optimal in your body, you're gonna have a kick-ass immune system. Another one is vitamin C, because vitamin C also enhances those killer T cells to help have a really good immune system. So that's a really good pearl there. If you follow my Instagram, which is K_Ray12, you would see that I post a few videos about cancer, and I want to talk about one of them in particular, which is the death rate of cancer is 30 to 35%. Sorry, my dog's playing with toys if you can hear that. The 30 to 35% death rate is due to diet. And then the next highest is cigarette smoke. And then the next highest after that is infection. So if we can just have a better diet and decrease cigarette smoking or stop smoking, then we already decrease our chances by 70 to 75% of having a high mortality rate related to cancer. That's huge. So let's get back to diet. So we want to have nutrient-rich foods. We want to eat organic. We need to have apples, oranges, green leafy vegetables, and we need to have all of that in our diet at least on a daily basis. An apple a day does keep a doctor away. So we want to make sure that we're having really good foods to help our body function optimally. Another thing is we want to decrease our stress levels, because when we are stressed, we're creating inflammation in our body, fight or flight response, which decreases our immune system responses, and then leads to oxidative stress. Oxidative stress leads to disease, and then disease in our body causes our cells to not function optimally and increases the risk for abnormal cells as well as the formation of cancerous cells. So that's really, really important. Another thing I would like to add is about digestion. Well, there's a few things I'd like to add. Let's talk about digestion. We want to make sure we need to correct our eating hygiene, which is eat slowly and allow the parasympathetic system, which is rest and digest, to do its job so that we can chew and get all the nutrients we need. Because if we're not in rest and digest mode, then our gut will tighten up, and then we will not digest correctly, and then it will cause a decrease in our immune response as well. Sorry, my other animals wants to be involved, but I'll definitely keep going because I want to get all this information in hopefully 5 to 6 minutes. Sleep. We need to make sure we get adequate sleep. Because while we sleep, our systems are able to work a little less, and so we can get in there and start cleaning up, and keeps our immune system nice and strong as well. Another one I would like to add is our oils, the oils we cook with. So you want to cook with oils that are have like a 2 to 3 month shelf life, and they want to be in a dark bottle. And you also want to cook in a low heat, low to moderate heat. You don't want high heat, and you don't want to char your food, because our body doesn't digest as well, and so it also doesn't lead to an optimal immune system. Sorry, I don't know if you saw my dog's tail, but I'm gonna keep going here. Another thing is going to be exercise. We need moderate exercise, at least 30 minutes every day, and that's to keep our body functioning also at an optimal level. So I hope you guys enjoyed this information. I enjoyed sharing with you. If you did like it, please like or subscribe, and please, please, please leave a comment, because I would love your feedback, and I would love if you have any information to share, and so would everybody else. Let's keep spreading this love and health to everyone. Have a beautiful day. Bye.